Hey guys, it's North back again with another video. Today's video I'm coming to you with another weekly fragrance rotation video. I'm recording this a couple days later than I normally would, even though I haven't been consistent when doing these anyways. So let's go ahead and see what I wore this week. On Sunday I went with the House of Amouage, and this one is called Oud Ulya. Now this is from their Attar collection. Now in English we use Attar to mean just an oil-based fragrance, one that doesn't have any alcohol at all. Very popular in the Middle East. When I came, I was into them at the beginning of my journey. So when I found these for a deal, because these are quite expensive, I think they're around 500 for a Tola. A Tola is 12 milliliters. So since I was able to get it for a deal, I went on ahead and picked up the Oud. I looked at, the ratings and things like that. And so I don't know if they were all released the same year. There's a Oud one, there's a saffron one, there's a vanilla one, and an iris, and there's probably one other saffron, if I didn't say that. And so I don't know if they were all released the same year, but Oud Ulya was released in 2021. This one has notes of oud, birch tar, castoreum, vanilla, and civet. And so all of those like animalic, really strong notes really spoke to me, and that's why I wanted to check this one out. I don't want to open it. So when I wore this one, what I get from it is just mostly almost like a leathery tartness to it. I don't get much of any type of like barnyardy oud from it. It was my first time wearing it, but for the most part I would consider this a leather type of scent. It isn't crazy animalic and like fecal or anything like that, but it's animalic in the sense because it has that castoreum, that leathery note to it. A lot of people seem to like it. For me, it's just okay. It is challenging in a sense is that it is a very strong leather. I just wish it was stronger in the animalic oud sense of it. So this one was just okay. Moving on. On Monday I went with the House of Dior. This day I went with the 2012 version of Eau Sauvage. So this one has the black label right here. The newer one has the black right here and silver right here. So this is the one that was discontinued some time ago, and I've had this one for a while. As you see, I've used probably about half of it. I haven't worn it very often, but I've gone through a lot. Now again, this one was released in 2012. It's considered a citrus aromatic, but this one has bergamot, petitgrain, vetiver, lavender, myrrh, patchouli as some of the notes. And for this one, the reason why I like this more than the current formulation is because of that myrrh note. They replaced the myrrh note with elemi, and so with this one, the Eau Sauvage Parfum from 2012, that myrrh note gives a depthness to it that you don't get from the newer version. If you want like a lighter, more effervescent type of one, then I would go with the current formulation of Eau Sauvage Parfum. I did have it at a time, but I sold it, so let's keep it moving. On Tuesday, I went with the House of Les Indemodables. Still hard for me to pronounce that one. This one is the most recent one I picked up. I believe I got it about a couple months ago, and this one is Musc de Sables. So I believe this is like the sand of musk or musk of sands. So this one was on my radar just from watching a couple of reviews on it. Now this is supposed to be a musk fragrance. This one has like almost like a cross between a very, very slightly traditional musk type of scent along with like a white musk scent. It's very sensual. It's not animalic at all. This one is mostly dominated by an iris note. And Musc de Sables was released in 2019. This one has notes of orris root, ambergris, patchouli, and mandarin. And when I tell you, like me, I was on the fence. I ended up just buying it because I kind of liked it just from testing it, but I wasn't like blown away. But when I got a full wearing of it, I was very happy that I own this scent. This is a very beautiful scent. It doesn't project like crazy, but you do get a decent amount of longevity for it. It lasted me pretty much throughout my work day. But when I was just smelling my arms, you don't, like I said, you don't get a lot of sillage from it. When I was smelling my arms, I was really loving what I was smelling. So I'm glad that I took a chance on it and picked it up and try to let myself grow with it. This one was a very good one, so that's what I wore on Tuesday. On Wednesday, I went with the House of Chanel. I hadn't worn any of my parfums in a long time, so I went with Sycomore Parfum. I believe this was the latest one I got. I did decant them into these. So they come in 15 ml bottles. These are 5 ml. So I figured I could, go through 3 of these. And you don't need much to spray. I'm not big into vetiver as a note. And also I did have the Eau de Parfum a couple of times. I've sold it, but for me it didn't really speak to me, so I went with the Parfum. This one was released in 2022. It of course has vetiver, cedar, iris, and vanilla as some of the notes. Even someone mentioned it when I had them smell it. It's almost like a cinnamon note kind of comes out of this, but I enjoyed the wear. People like on Fragrantica or whatnot say that the Parfum is similar to the original Eau de Toilette concentration. I'm not sure. I enjoyed it. I need to wear it a little bit more. A lot of this and the Musc were the first time of me doing a full wearing of them throughout the day, so I'd have to wear this a little bit more to see how much I like Sycomore or not. It's not my favorite from the Les exclusive line of Chanel. So that's what I wore on Wednesday. On Thursday, I went with the House of Frederic Malle, and this one was a collaboration with Fanny. This one is called Gosse. I believe it's like Rotten Children or something like that. So this is a citrus fragrance. It's unique in a sense because it has like this bubblegum note or some type of strawberry accord that's supposed to be reminiscent of, bubblegum. It was released in 2017. This one has neroli, petitgrain, bergamot, violet, rosemary, bubblegum note. I believe on the website, it might, like I said, it says strawberry, like a strawberry accord. And I like this one. This year, I really got into neroli for some reason. I wasn't the hugest fan of neroli before, previously. But this year, I just really got into neroli. I like this scent. This one gives you pretty good longevity for a citrus type of scent. It will last you a whole day long. I believe these only come in 100 ml, and again, this is a collaboration. It's still warm outside, up in the mid 90s, 100 degrees. So I just really wanted to get some more wear out of that, and so that's why I went with Gosse on Thursday. And on Friday, I wanted to wear something very oudi and hopefully animalic, and I went with the House of Xerjoff. I just recently picked this one up, and this one's called Ilm. Ilm, I believe, means knowledge in Arabic. I know science is like ilum. So I went with this. I remember originally smelling it when it was in the Kimi line. They moved all the Kimi line into the Xerjoff bottles. From what I've read, they say it's reformulated. I remember it being very animalic, but that also was a few years ago when I was like newer in my fragrance journey, and also my journey into like smelling ouds and animalics and things like that, and having my threshold go up and whatnot. So this particular formulation was released in 2023. This one has notes on 3 points of the note pyramid. So Laotian oud, Gero balsam, sandalwood, ambergris, cedar, oak moss is in it. This is more of a woody type of scent. I could see people saying that the oud in here does smell kind of synthetic. To me, it's not as animalic as I would like it to be. Again, I just picked this up. I did wear it just that Friday. I'm sort of not over oud, but over just this type of scent. If it was more challenging, maybe I would like it more, but it's just sort of like this oud general woody type of scent, that's pretty much it. That's what I wore on Friday. I even saw some like memes or TikToks where people were just talking about how much it smelled, how much they didn't like it, and to me it wasn't challenging enough for me. So there you have it. Those are the fragrances I wore this week. What are some of the fragrances you wore in the past week? What are you going to be wearing this week? I have a few newer ones that I'll be breaking out. I really haven't had a chance to enjoy a lot of the fragrances that I've been like picking up. So just trying to space that out. Like, please let me know in the comments. Order some of the newer pickups that you've got. Please like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you on the next one, guys. Peace.